Hey everybody, welcome to the Crazy Canuck Investor. Can't believe it's been 10 months since I started this YouTube journey. And today I want to do something a little bit different where you get to know me, the guy behind the camera. Because normally this is what you see here, and the truth is, this is the real me. I'd like to give a massive shout out to everybody who has followed my journey since its inception back in April of 2023. All of your support just is the world to me, whether it's likes or comments or shares or subscribers. At the end of the day, I really appreciate the fact that you guys like to take the time to watch me. So today, I want to introduce myself and talk a little bit about me and what this whole YouTube journey thing is all about. Because the guy you see behind the camera, I would say, is a bit scripted and not actually really me. My name's Darren, and I'm 51 years old. I live in the south central part of British Columbia in Canada. So just one day, I decided that I was going to start this YouTube journey. It was kind of like a parallel thing. I knew that I needed to take control of my finances, and why not couple that up with the YouTube thing? And the reason I think that I really wanted to do it was, how did I make it to my age and not really know anything about investing? Or in my case, I think it had a lot to do with feeling uncomfortable about managing your money as though you might lose your money. So I just took the time to do some research and figure out how I could start investing my money. And then I thought I would complement that with the YouTube idea, because if there's me, and they say there's something like over 1 billion users on YouTube, there's got to be more people like me that want to get into investing like I did. And I thought, what a great way for me to show people that at my age, you can still do that. And I figured as well that, I could relate to other people who are younger, who may be getting started in investing. And I realize that now because I really want to help my kids do the same thing. I want them to learn from the things that I'm learning from. And that way they can start putting some money aside and having it grow for them, so that when they are adults and into retirement, they're better off than I was. Looking back at my first video, it was terrible. I kind of laugh at it. I've renamed it a couple times. Right now, it basically just says it's the start of my journey. The idea would be that someone would watch that one and then want to watch my other videos. But quite frankly, it's really not that good. So chances are I'll probably have to redo that one at some point. Back to me. So what's important about me, I think, to know is I'm a dad, but more importantly, I'm a husband. And I also have a full-time career. So as a dad, we have 2 kids. They're 9 and 10 years old. We have a dog. He's a black lab. So we have a really busy life between my wife and I, who work full-time, and then managing our kids. I'm sure a lot of you can really relate to that. So taking on this YouTube thing, I think I underestimated the amount of time, energy, and effort that goes into it. And something that I think my big takeaway from this YouTube thing is the fact that I actually really enjoy the content creation. And quite frankly, as a beginner investor, I really don't have the skills to, put out great videos about how to evaluate companies and pick the right stocks and things like that. I'm still such a beginner. I'm still learning, but I'm learning as much or more on the content creation side of making these videos. And that's the part that I really do like. I have seen some comments in the comment section about, some of the video editing that I've done. And to be fair, all of this is done on a shoestring budget. In fact, here, let me show you a little bit. So I'll just give you a quick view of the studio. So I've got these really crummy lights over here that I've come up with sort of this way to wrap them so that I get enough light on my face. I have my iPad all set up on this silly table in front of me so that I can refer to a few things when I'm shooting stuff. And obviously I've got another light over here. And oftentimes in some of my videos, you probably can see that I do have things behind me. These are all parts of the YouTube journey that I'm still trying to figure out to provide the best quality videos to my viewers. Because I guess ultimately, you know, what do you want? Really, I just want people to watch the videos and benefit from those videos when they watch them. And if you decide that after watching one of my videos that you'll watch another one, you'll learn something, I think, or hopefully you do. And if not, at least you'll be entertained by either how crummy my videos are or maybe some of the entertainment that I build into them. So over the last 10 months, I've taken the channel and had to, you know, adapt certain things. I thought I would just be showing everybody all about my, you know, investing, but I'm not that good at it. And so because I'm not that great at it, I'm not really sharing, you know, all this wonderful knowledge that I thought I would have. But what I do try to do is introduce a piece of knowledge every time I put a video out that will hopefully help a beginner. Now, I'm pretty sure that there are some other people out there that do watch some of these videos that have either as much or more experience than me, and maybe they just watch it for their entertainment. I don't really know, but that's fine, that's okay. Really what I'm trying to do is put stuff out there for beginners. I know I just did a poll on my YouTube community page, and I'd asked, you know, what amount of time you have investing, and it seems that there's a, you know, varied experience across the board, which is great because that means that the audience that I do have are hopefully in the niche that I was looking for. Speaking of niches, that's something else that I guess I never really gave any thought to. Thinking that I like content creation, finance is probably not the best niche to be in, but that's fine. It's the one that I chose because I wanted to share my journey, and at the same time I'm learning new stuff. Who knows, maybe down the road at some point I will start another channel in some other niche, because YouTube's pretty fascinating. I find the whole thing really interesting. From all the analytics, all the information that's provided about the videos that people are watching. It's instantaneous and very fulfilling. It's what really drives me to want to make more videos. Now, as we move forward, you're likely to see my knowledge grow, which means I'll be sharing more. But the thing that I really like is when you guys do drop comments, whether they be about the content that I've created, like how I make it, or the content itself. I would even go so far as to say I would appreciate anybody dropping an idea or two in there, and maybe I can make a video about it. That would be kind of fun. It's another way for me to interact with you guys and enjoy this community. So what can you expect from my channel? Well, that's a fairly broad question. I think as I move forward, I've been working on changing how I present my thumbnails, and then the content itself, so that there's, you know, some information or some new piece of information that I can share in those videos along with the stocks that I'm buying, because let's face it, watching me buy the same stock every week probably isn't the most exciting thing for some of you. But what I think is more beneficial in the grand scheme of things is the community that I want to grow are all those new people who come along and are looking how to get started. I mean, when I started, I literally had no idea how to invest. I had to do a lot of research, and there's a lot of great YouTubers out there that influenced me when I got started. And obviously I listen to a lot of podcasts. I'm not a big book reader kind of guy. There's definitely lots of those out there. But I was overwhelmed with all the information. And even today, 10 months later, I'm still overwhelmed. Like, I find that, you know, I'm learning about factors in investing now, and I'm trying to figure out how do you evaluate a company properly to make the right stock purchase. Do you just go all ETFs, or do you stock pick, or do you go REITs? You know, there's so many components to investing. And so I feel like if I focus on one sort of or a little piece of information each time I put a video out. For instance, in the last video that I did, I talked about how you can save on conversion fees. And I know that the tail ends of these videos sometimes are not the best, but when I'm trying to put together a 10 or 15 minute video, the editing time it's quite lengthy, but I'm getting better at it. And hopefully as we progress, you'll see my content get better over time. So I want to include a piece of information, hopefully, and then every once in a while I'm going to try to do anyway, some videos about, say, apps or how to do things, because ultimately I think a lot of people go to YouTube because they want to learn how to do something. It could be as simple as how you buy a stock on Wealthsimple. Might want to stay tuned for that one. I know that sounds silly, but believe it or not, one of my better performing videos is the one that I did on passive. And again, it was one of my first videos, so it's really not that great. I may redo that video in the future when my skills get a little bit better. So I think something that's really important to me is that this channel isn't really about me. It's about me sharing all this info. And quite frankly, if I was to throw in all the things I've done wrong, I could probably have a big blooper reel. But I really want this channel to grow in such a way that there's this sort of communication back and forth where you guys can share your thoughts and ideas. You can provide me feedback. A few of the early shorts that I did were me just simply asking people, what do you think? The difference, what would you pick? XEI or XIC? I had fun shooting the video, but quite frankly, the content of that video it's really not that great for a viewer. It's me really just asking a question. But I do realize that video actually gets some attention, so maybe I'll do a video or a short just on those two ETFs, what they're all about, and where you might hold them, that kind of thing. So now, one of the big things that I see on a lot of YouTube channels is that there's the idea like, hey, like subscribe to my channel. I think that if you're not interested in my content, because I'm not really good at making it, that's fine. And it doesn't really break my heart that people don't subscribe. That said, the community has grown. I'm actually pleasantly surprised. As of today, we're up to 215 subscribers. But that's just a small percentage of the amount of people that actually watch my videos, which tells me that I am providing some, decent content. So I think that's probably good. I got to introduce myself, tell you a little bit about me and why I started this channel. I can't wait to put the next video out. In fact, I think this will probably be my next one. And then in the following week, so the idea is every 2 weeks, I'll be putting out one where I'm sharing the stocks that I'm purchasing, and then I'll intermix perhaps some other content when I have time between being a dad and being a husband and also a full-time job. So if you made it to the end of the video, and for those of you that do watch my videos and you can get to the end of them, that is gold to me, because that means that you are genuinely engaged and interested. So drop me a comment, tell me what you think, tell me what I can improve on, provide me with some input as to maybe some of the ideas you might want me to do on any upcoming episodes. And so I think that will wrap this one up. So we'll see you guys on the next one.